Hey everybody, Questwise here, and today, as you guessed from the intro, we're going to be looking at Magitech, which is a role-playing game based on the novels of Chris Fox, who has also designed the role-playing game itself. We're going to be looking at, as a caveat to this, we're going to be looking at just the Quickstart rules today, because I think they're important to kind of look at these, and they have a lot of aspects that I wish a lot of other Quickstarts um, for other RPGs would really have. But if you've not read the Magitech novels, and I'm one of them, I actually just learned about this game via a Facebook notification just maybe a week or so ago, and instantly found out that the quick start was free, downloaded it, read it over, reached out and talked to the author a little bit as well too, who was very kind and allowed me to use his logo and some of the music from his novel book series and talk about the quick start rules. And I was really blown away by these quick start and the concept of the game as well too. So Magitech, as you can see by some of the pics I'll be putting up here, is a blend of science fiction and fantasy, like high space opera and high fantasy blended together. And I found that really interesting. You know, being a fan of things like Rifts and Shadowrun and a few other games, I was really intrigued by this aspect of a, a high space opera game that involved magic. Now, how the magic is explained by long ago there was a thing called the Gods' War, and most of the gods have died, but they left their remains behind, which are known as catalysts. And people and races, different races across the galaxy, are able to draw magic from the essence of those dead gods, wherever they might be, kind of floating through space and or on different planets and such. What you get in this quick start, again, besides the theme, I was really blown away by what comes in this quick start. It's 64 pages long. PDF, I'll put a link down below so where you can find it and the full role-playing game, as well as a link to Amazon where you can find Chris's books, the Magitech Chronicles. I believe there's 2 series of Magitech novels. I've already ordered the first one. It's on its way to me right now because I'm super excited about this. I want to see how this universe kind of plays out. It's a D6 dice pool mechanic that this game utilizes to run on the rule set. It's reading through it. It reminds me of a blend of Shadowrun and the old West End game Star Wars game. You are gathering a pool of dice based upon attributes and skills and whatnot. And then when you roll them, you're looking for 5s and 6s for successes. And there's ways to mitigate those as well too. There are luck ratings and edge and a few other items that you can use to sort of mitigate your successes. But down at its core, very simple D6 dice pool mechanic where you're looking for successes, 5s and 6s, rolled against a difficulty number set by the game master. There are, in the quick start, I should say, there are 4 races. There are 5 archetypes, but within those archetypes there are paths within those, so that they become much more broad than just these 5 archetypes. You utilize skills in the game as well too, and then you have skill masteries as well. You can pick certain skills to be very proficient in, to become a master of particular skills, which gives you more of a bonus. Perks and flaws, you see those in lots of other games. Savage Worlds uses those and stuff as well too, but fits really well here. Your perks are sort of balanced out by the different flaws that you have as well. And most player characters can utilize magic through something called a catalyzation. Now, there are different spheres of magic based upon sort of the spheres of influence from the different gods. There are 8 of them, in which he refers to them as the Circle of 8. There's life, air, fire, dream, void, earth, spirit, and water. So nice blend of the 4 elements, as well as the addition of a few others. I really like the dream aspect of reading through these different types of magic. I thought the dream one was really cool and had some really cool aspects for narrative role-playing as well. The equipment, as you would guess, is a blend of technology and magic, everything from las pistols to spell swords, spell blades. There's just a really cool aspect. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the techno wizards from Rifts, the ability to channel magic through technology. This game is just beautifully done, and as you can see by the artwork that I've been putting up this whole time, it is gorgeously portrayed as well. There's also a wonderful character sheet in the very end of this, and this is the thing about this PDF that I wish a lot of other companies would do with their quick starts. A lot of times when you get quick start rules, they're very well done, but they have pre-generated characters ready to go. I've utilized pre-generated characters in the past. It's great if you're at sort of spur of the moment, want to play something, you grab some pre-generated characters and then just hand them out to the players, and they're kind of comfortable. But I think, and you could do that in this too, you could generate some characters ahead of time to have available, but I really appreciate the fact that Chris was able to put in full, at least a meaningful amount of character generation. I'm sure that in the full rulebook there's a ton more stuff that you can use to enhance your characters as you create them and play them. But there is a wealth of information in here on how to create your character and what it means to create a character. Because for me, just me personally, I found that the best way to learn a role-playing game is by building a character. Creating a character for the game really gives me a good indication of whether or not I'm going to like the game, what the game is trying to say, what it's trying to do, and a wonderful aspect of having in a quick start guide. At least for me, it gives me a good sense of what this game is about and what the story of this game is trying to tell. But Magitech, the role-playing game based on the novels by Chris Fox. Like I said, I'll put a link down below to where you can find the quick start. You can find access to the full rulebook, which I believe is out now in hardcover and paperback, and a link to the Amazon site where you can find Chris's novels as well too. Until next time, I'm Questwise. Game on and stay safe, my friends.